Hey everyone, this is Josh Shoemaker here, again joined with Dan Keenan. This time it's going to be for the Physix Blackout review. So the Physix Blackout features the same atomic core that was found in the original Physix. It's also wrapped in the AI core technology. And then for the first time, actually in a while, it has the NEX Pearl reactive cover. So the last time I remember that cover coming around was the NEX Solid was on the Axiom, which was a real slow and chuggy cover, and then the NEX Pearl was actually on the Axiom Pearl, which is one of my favorites. And that ball was definitely pretty clean and quick for what it is. So I'm excited to kind of see how this goes. Dan's had a chance to throw his a little bit. This is the first time actually a couple shots they've had here. So we're going to go on lane one on a fresh house shot. And our usual start kind of a little bit further right. It's definitely a stronger piece, so you're not going to see it going as straight as probably some of the other balls. And we'll keep cheating it left. So I went a little bit stronger in the pin on this. So it's a 4 3/4 inch pin with a little bit weaker of a mass. It's probably about a 4-inch buffer and then a 3-inch mass, which is a little bit weaker than I normally go on stuff. With this core and cover being as strong as it is, I didn't need any help hooking. So I wanted to put a little bit on the weaker side.
We struck a lot, for the record, before he turned on the camera.
So I actually started two further left than I normally would for league here with the S2, and it seems like I'm already going to have to cheat it a little bit more left than that because that one took off.
All right, so like Josh, I did mine kind of a stronger pin. I went 4 1/4 on the pin. Went 3 on the pin buffer. I'm sorry, on the mass bias, and I went about 2 on the pin buffer. The whole idea was so I could play straighter with a stronger ball and blend out the house shots.
So Dan's definitely gotten a little bit more lane shot in his, so it seems like his is floating through there a little bit better. Mine still has the chalk from the factory, so definitely wants to see it a little earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and cheat it like 1 and 1 and just make sure I got my speed up. I think I got a little slow on that first one.
That was better.
So that one going to the dirt a little bit quick, but with this cover being as strong as it is, you can see it blended off of that really nicely.
See, I've got about 3 games on mine. I bowled 1 game on the burn with the house, and it was really good. Threw a little bit yesterday in a tournament. Bowled on 42 foot, 4 to 1, for about 26 mils. It was really good for 2 games, and I just kind of got tricked in the transition.
Yeah, Physix Blackouts. Yeah. It's the first time I've thrown it. Yeah, so it's good so far. We're both on the sport staff, so we do the videos for them. And
so far, what I see from this ball is it blends the dry, and it hooks for sure in the oil. So I kind of have it a medium quick. Where it's quick early, but it's very continuous coming around the corner.
So I'm going to go ahead and stay in the same spot as my last shot and try to see if I can get it going up the lane a little bit more. The last one I got going to the dry a little quick. There you go. I got that one going up the lane just how I wanted to and had no problem handling the volume in the middle.
You can actually see now it's getting a little lane shine. It's mellowing out. All right, so I'll go Just 2 left, 2 and 2. See what it does up the track here. I'll try to keep the angles closed on this one and then open them up the next one. Nope, I got it wide. So I was 2 left with a 3-board miss on the lane, so it's about a 5-board move, accidentally.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cheat another 2 and just make sure I keep grabbing it all at the bottom.
What's grabbing it?
It's easy to do it when you don't have a thumb in it. All right, 2.
Oh, we need those hawks.
I actually did miss that one just a touch, but I mean, it had no problem. If that you can make that move and not throw it perfect and only or still get 9, that's not a bad thing. So.
So one thing I'm being reminded of this core is it flares a lot. Really impressed. So, all right. See if I can keep my angles closed this time so you can see what it does up the oil line. There we go. So that's what I wanted to show you the last time. That's up the oil line. So as you see, it saves energy and it hooks.
All right, so I'm just go back to the same spot I did on the last one, just make sure I actually grab all of it this time and not come over the top of it. There you go. All right, so I actually thought that was pretty good. I have to bump back a little bit right now that it's got a little bit of the surface off of it.
All right, I'm going to go 3 left, just with my feet. Keep my reference point around the 3-pin and see if I can get it to sync up. I like.
All right, just gonna go ahead and move one back right with my feet, and then with my eyes, just try to close down the angles a little bit. All right, so somewhere in between the last 2.
When you're really practicing, throw out your spares, kids. So yeah, that's about what I expected there if I open up. Good sign.
So that's a typical hit for this lane. All right. Try to throw one more strike here before I switch balls. Actually, I'm going to go back 1 left, and I don't know if that was a fluke the 2 shots before where it kind of wiggled on me, but that one, the last one I threw, had no problem getting up. Yeah. All right.
All right, so I brought a blackout, a Vibo blackout with very similar layout. Maybe just a little weaker on the mass bias. So this should be a little cleaner, a little more responsive down lane. I'll start back to the right here and migrate. Actually, I'll do this first. I'll go where I threw the last shot. So I actually went to where I threw the last shot in 710. So the Vibo is cleaner, more responsive, definitely sharper. That's why we got the 7 out. Got a fortunate hawk from the head pin.
So I brought 2 balls to compare. I got the Ion Max here, which is going to be kind of a ball up from the Physix Blackout, and then also my original Ion Pro. So I'll go ahead and go back kind of where I started. I think you're going to see this one slow down quite a bit quicker and go a little bit more forward. Yeah, so you can see that one slowed down and went much more forward than that Physix Blackout. Ion Max has been really good for me on the fresh, whereas I think this Blackout's going to be really good on league fresh, but kind of a 2-ball in tournaments.
All right, I'm going to bump myself back a couple with the Vibo. So there's it's probably a good 3 to 5 board difference between the 2 balls. Most of that's in the cover, really.
So now I'll go ahead and throw my Ion Pro. This has a little bit of scratch on it, but also has probably about 60 to 70 games on it now. I throw this one a ton. I actually have another one on the way that I want to do with a little bit stronger layout. But I'll go to that same spot as well. You should see this one scoot through it and be quite a bit more responsive down lane than both of the other 2. As you can see, that's actually from that spot not even strong enough. That one definitely flew right through it.
All right, go back to the Blackout Physix here and throw a couple. It hooks.
Yeah, definitely no shortage of hook. I'll be curious. I come back here in a few hours from now and we'll bowl league. So I'll be curious now that I kind of want to get a little bit more lane shine on this beforehand because it's a little bit too strong for as far right as I'd like to play here on the fresh. I noticed in this building particularly, the more I can trap in, kind of keep it in front of me, I end up scoring a little bit better. As soon as I have to move left and give it away, it's not as good. So go one off to where that last shot was with the Ion. Ah, man. Might be leaving quite a bit of 9-pins tonight.
that was 3 and 2 left off the last shot. If I learn to throw it like that in tournaments, we might be good again.
So Dan's definitely looks better the more he chases it left. Lets it, I think, get a little more in the oil in the middle part of the lane. With this cover being as strong as it is, it's not really surprising. I did drill mine kind of with a little bit weaker layout in mind of staying right a little bit longer. I have a ton of stuff that I can get left with it, hook it if I need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and move one left off that 9-pin and see if we can get one through the pins. There we go. That one, keep it in the oil a little bit longer, and you can see it has no problem with shaping, getting it up the lane. And it should blend the dry pretty well with how strong the cover is. So, all right, well, that's Physix Blackout for you guys. If you're interested, stop in your local VIP Pro Shop. By the time this video comes out, it will have already released. So we'll catch you guys in the next one.